All right, good morning. So there are a few different things I need to say in this video. Mostly I will be going over what you all have done so far on the Berry prompt. There are a couple other things that I want to share with you. So again, I really encourage you if you are a little bit behind with reading the notes on my website, you might want to get caught up. So I'm just going to show you last week's notes because there were a lot of them. So just really quickly, again, one thing that you might want to do if you have not done already is your course request form. So again, this is for picking your classes for next year. So again, the directions, the form, and the AP contract are linked right there. And if you have any questions, you can ask your counselor or ask me. I might be able to answer them as well. And then again, the district did decide to pay for your AP exams this year. However, if you are currently signed up to take the exam and you have decided that you're not able to, you don't want to, for whatever reason, that's fine. You just need to let the College Board know as soon as possible so that you can, again, you will be refunded. The district will be refunding you, but also the district won't have to pay for the exam either. So again, there's no penalty if you now decide not to take the exam. All right. But for those of you who are taking the exam, what you're going to want to look at is for this week, note number 2, I just linked this video right here. And this is a super short video. It's about 4 minutes that basically breaks down how you're going to take the test. So again, you should watch the video, but pretty much they will be sending you a link with like a unique testing ID. And then the morning of the test, you're supposed to get logged in, get set up 30 minutes before your exam starts. Remember, it's going to be at 11 a.m. on May 20th. And then it also shows you how you're going to submit your exam. So like if you want to type it in a different document or handwrite it, it goes through the different ways to submit your exam. All right. So again, those are my updates. Apart from the Berry prompt, I think if I forgot anything, I will include it either on Remind or maybe at the end of this video, who knows. All right, so firstly, I want to go over what you should already have done on the Berry prompt. And I've been asking you to kind of take it really slow and step by step because we have not written a full rhetorical analysis essay since last semester, so in over 4 months. And I've actually kind of sort of been tricking you into writing this essay very slowly. So pretty much what you are going to do this week, as you might have read right here for Wednesday, is you are going to complete the full essay in response to the Berry prompt. So obviously this was not under timed circumstances because I really just wanted you to kind of remind yourself how to write a rhetorical analysis. But my hope is for us to do some sort of timed write for next week. All right. So again, here's what you should already have done on the Berry prompt, which I believe we started on last Thursday. So last Thursday, I asked you to read and annotate it. I asked you to do a soapstone and a thesis. And remember, for your thesis, I said that you should include at least 3 choices or strategies or whatever that Berry did in his piece. All right. You should already have 3 topic sentences. And I asked you to choose your weakest topic sentence to post on Padlet to receive feedback on. And then I asked you to take your strongest topic sentence to write your full body paragraph on already. So again, it doesn't necessarily have to be in this order. This is just a quick example, but that is everything you should already have done. So then what you will need to do by, I'm hoping, Friday, is you're going to turn your soapstone and your thesis into your intro paragraph. So again, you do not necessarily need to include every element of your soapstone in your intro paragraph. I would definitely do purpose, probably occasion, probably speaker. But again, every element of soapstone is not always going to be super important. And I do want to remind you that my notes with my recommended outline are posted on my website. So if you don't have your notebook with you or whatever, then you can follow along from that outline. So again, you're going to turn your soapstone and your thesis into your intro paragraph. You should already have 1 body paragraph done. You're going to write the other 2 body paragraphs based on those 2 topic sentences you already developed from your thesis. All right. So whichever one you posted on Padlet, I want you to make sure you use others' feedback that they gave you. So again, if anybody gave you a piece of advice about like your punctuation or how to be more specific or how to better lead into your examples, anything like that, just make sure you do revise that topic sentence. And again, this is not a timed write. So if you are sort of struggling with your ideas for your thesis or your topic sentence, I'm going to say go ahead and, get inspiration from other people on the Padlet. I was really impressed with most of your topic sentences. They were very thorough. So again, because this is not a timed write, you can feel free to borrow ideas from others. Please just do not plagiarize them. All right. So again, you're going to write your other 2 body paragraphs, and I'm expecting in-depth body paragraphs because again, this is not a timed write. So please make sure that your body paragraphs go in-depth enough. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, I really don't want to give you like a sentence number, but I would say probably 6 would be the minimum. And then again, what you just want to do is fully explain the examples of whatever choice you are discussing that Barry made, whatever strategy he used. So again, fully explain your examples, go deep into your commentary. And again, you always want to connect back to the author's purpose at the end of each body paragraph. All right, so if you are struggling with kind of elevating your commentary or going deeper in your body paragraphs, definitely let me know. But there are some resources I'm going to talk about later that you can use as well. All right, so again, you're going to complete your 3 body paragraphs and then a conclusion. And just as a reminder, conclusions are not very important in my opinion, but if you want to go deeper than 2 sentences, that is up to you. And one of the resources that I'm going to share with you will talk about how to add an element of sophistication in your rubric. So again, that's something a lot of you mentioned that you wanted to get help with. So I will talk about that resource in just a sec. All right, so before I move on to those other resources, I just want to remind you that, again, my notes are on my website. So remember, for the recommended outline, I would say that this is kind of what you want to follow very loosely. And then if you're just kind of like wanting to remind yourself, like, again, what is a rhetorical analysis essay all about, or what are some ways to structure it, there is this page of notes as well. So if you can't find those on my website, just let me know and I will send them directly to you. All right, I also added to my website today the rhetorical analysis rubric, just in case any of you are missing it, because we went over this last semester. So it is posted sideways when you link from my website. I apologize, I don't know how to spin it, but I'll just go ahead and show it to you over here. And again, this is a 1-page rubric, and again, it is the 6-point rubric. So you will get 1 point if you have a thesis that responds to the prompt that analyzes the writer's rhetorical choices. So again, most of you do not need to worry about getting the thesis point right now. You are doing fine with that. All right, where we really want to focus is in the evidence and commentary category. I want you to all be shooting for a 3 at a minimum. So let's just break down really quickly what the difference is again between a 2 and a 3. So again, for a 2, that would mean you provided some specific relevant evidence. For a 3, that would mean you provided specific evidence to support all claims in your line of reasoning. Your line of reasoning basically means like what you introduced in your thesis. So did you provide evidence to support everything that you said that Barry did in your thesis? Okay. For the commentary for a 2, that would mean, again, that you did not have a line of reasoning established or that it was faulty. If you got a 2 in evidence and commentary, to get a 3 or higher, it would mean, again, you need to explain how the evidence supports a line of reasoning, just some, not even all of it, and explain how at least one rhetorical choice in the passage contributes to the writer's argument, purpose, or message. So that's why I say you need to circle back to the writer's purpose at the end of every body paragraph. So fully connect whatever choice or strategy you were discussing with whatever Barry's purpose was. All right. So again, we are shooting for a 3 or 4 minimum, 3 minimum, 4 maximum in evidence and commentary. All right. Moving down to sophistication. So remember the first rubric that we went over last semester, I think it had 6 ways to get sophistication, but then the College Board went and changed it. And now there are 3 ways to get sophistication points on the rhetorical analysis essay. So I will just zoom in on these really quick just so we can look at them a little bit more closely. All right, so again, the first way is to explain the significance or relevance of the writer's rhetorical choices given the rhetorical situation. So that means that you would have to have a very good understanding of when a text was written, why that specific author was like the best messenger for that message. For something like the Barry prompt, this would be kind of difficult to earn this point because you've probably never heard of John Barry. He's not really a historical figure. And again, like his occasion was just that he was writing a book. So it would be kind of hard to earn this point for the Barry prompt. But again, that does not mean that you should not be shooting for it on the AP exam or on other rhetorical analysis essays. All right. For the second point, again, explaining a purpose or function of the passage's complexities or tensions. So again, this point would mean you need to notice very subtle things about the passage. So maybe if there were any like irony that the author was using, or again, any like complexities where like maybe the author feels different way about different things. So again, this one you would have to have a really, really thorough understanding of the passage, and that's really hard to do in a time setting. So again, this one is not out of your reach by any means, but it is difficult. And again, the sophistication point is difficult in general, which is why I think you should worry more about the evidence and commentary category. But the last way is something that all of you can do all of the time, and that is to employ a style that is consistently vivid and persuasive. And we did do some exercises about how to kind of mix up your writing style last semester. So we did talk about mixing up your diction and your syntax and your punctuation, and like, again, including like writing that is fun for readers to read, because again, they're going to read a lot of essays, and if you have a style that is more unique and fun, they're going to want to give you that point. So I will try to include some more exercises with kind of making writing style fun next week. But like I said, my priority is always for you to get the 3 or 4 in evidence and commentary before we talk about the sophistication point. All right. So again, that is the rubric. And just really quick, now I want to show you those other resources I mentioned on my website. So what I'm going to recommend you do is watch one of these 2 videos from the College Board. So posted right here under watch. The first one is called Incorporating Commentary in Rhetorical Analysis Essays. And this one I would recommend if you're someone who struggled to move from a 2 to a 3 in evidence and commentary last semester. So again, it is kind of hard to break that barrier. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Again, rhetorical analysis is not easy. It is a college level skill. But again, I would really recommend this video if you're someone who has not consistently scored 3s and 4s in evidence and commentary. Okay, so again, this video I believe is about the Gandhi prompt that we went over last semester. So you should be semi-familiar with the prompt. You can definitely find it online if you want to follow along there. And they will talk about, again, how to include effective commentary for rhetorical analysis essays. All right. So that's what I would recommend if you want to focus on the commentary. If you have consistently scored 3s and 4s in evidence and commentary, then I would recommend this second video, Constructing Sophisticated Conclusions for a Rhetorical Analysis Essay. So this video, I believe, is based on the Albright prompt that you all wrote about last semester. And this one, as it says, will talk about how you can use the conclusion of your essay, which again is usually kind of boring, to add an element of sophistication. So I think these videos are both about 20 to 30 minutes, and they are from the College Board, but they're also from current AP Lang teachers, so they know what they're talking about. They're good videos. Obviously, I can help you with these skills as well, but you know, these videos are already made, so might as well try to use them. All right. Again, these videos are on YouTube, and there are tons of other videos on the AP YouTube channel as well for AP Lang and all your subjects. So I would definitely encourage you to check it out if you have time. Obviously, I understand that a lot of you have a lot going on right now, and you might not have time for all of that. So again, I want to say that I've been trying to not stress you out too much, and I totally understand if you're overwhelmed and you're not able to do all your work right now. But if you are taking the exam, I just want you to put in whatever your best effort is to making sure you are ready, because it is 3 weeks from today. Okay, so I'm here for you. Let me know if you need help. And again, I want you to get the full Berry essay completed by Friday, because I will be scoring your essays and giving you feedback by Monday. So again, I would like to score your essays and give you feedback so that next week we are ready to do a timed right. So again, I want us to actually practice being timed for rhetorical analysis again, because that's what the real exam will look like. Okay, I think I have talked long enough. So you know that I'm here. If you have questions, if you need help, I will leave the Padlet. Open for more comments until tomorrow. So if you have not participated yet on the Padlet, please do so. Make sure you go back and see what feedback you got. And then I will lock the comments tomorrow, but I will leave it open for you to see until this weekend. Okay? All right. I will talk to you all later. Bye.